And I'm back, and what I got here today is I got 2 yard sale finds. I bought both of these mowers at a yard sale, sight unseen, for $20 total, so $10 for each mower. I don't know if they work. The guy said he couldn't get them to go. He put gas in both of them and tried them and they wouldn't work. He said 20 bucks, you can have them both. So, all right, so let's see what we can figure out from these mowers and if they'll go. All right, let's just take a look at both of them first, and then we'll figure out what we need to do, if anything, if they're even worth trying. Okay, this one here is a Yard Machines, made by MTD, and it's got a Briggs & Stratton engine in it. The muffler looks good. The coil wire doesn't look great on it. Oh, and the spark plug looks loose. Look at that. Turn it with my fingers. All right. And it's got a bit of grease on it. So, I mean, it's probably got an oil leak a little bit. Let's see what's in here. He said he tried to put gas in it, and okay, so doesn't look like there's much gas in there. Let me see. Well, there's a little bit of gas, but it looks like it's got a bit of grass in there too, so that's not good. Okay, the wheels are a little wiggly. It's got the chute on it. And yeah, it's got that rear thing. All right, let's see if it turns. Well, it turns. There's compression in that. Okay. Now, up here. All right, so the handle, nothing going on with the handle there. Cable goes down. That cable's in one piece. And we'll take a look at how much oil's in it. Well, that's kind of loose too. Maybe he was looking at it, I don't know. But let's see what we can figure out here. And there's oil in it. Yeah, might want to top that up a bit. Oh yeah, the deck looks pretty good. The blade looks, probably could use a sharpening. I think I might know what could be wrong with this one. This cable, see, this is supposed to be, that's your cable that allows it to start. But the cable's loose here. This cable is supposed to be, it's supposed to be captured here somehow. Let's try that. There, that seems like it's working now. That could be it right there. That could be the problem right there, just that cable disconnected. Huh. And that spark plug's loose. Let's take a look at the spark plug. That looks okay. Doesn't look like it's burning oil. It looks like a normal color for a spark plug. All right, let me tighten that spark plug up and let's just see if this thing will kick. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that cable doesn't look great. Let's try it anyway. And we know there's oil in it and there's a bit of gas in it. Let's see. I'm just going to try and give that a pull and see what happens. Is there a primer bulb on this one? Yeah. Prime it a couple of times. Let's see what happens. Oh, something loose here. Whole gas tank is loose. Okay. Why is that so loose? Supposed to be a little tighter, I think, huh? What do you think? Looks like there's a screw missing right here. There's supposed to be a screw right in there, and that's gone. Put the mower up here and take a look at it. Okay. Filter hasn't been cleaned in a while. Okay. There's a bolt there loose. I'd like to take this off anyway and clean this gas tank out. So let's do that before we go any further. Okay, there's a bolt there. All right, so we have our governor spring here. Okay, we can just take this off. It's on the last hole over here. So the beauty is when you're filming it, you'll have something to go back to, but normally I would take a picture of this before I disconnected it. All right, now that comes out. And then that lever from the governor, you should be able to disconnect that pretty easy, just like that. Right now. Right now. Okay, that just pulls out of there, and it's the only hole in it right there is one hole. I'm going to clean up this fuel tank a bit, and carburetor's on top of there. We'll clean all that up. And then we'll put it back on, give it a try before we get any deeper into this thing. Okay. Now I'm going to get that gas out of there because there was a bit of grass down inside of it. Okay. Okay, now we get the governor linkage. We'll put that in first. That. Okay. And then that this pipe's got to be, see that little bracket's got to be up. And they didn't have that done properly. So that's one of the problems. Okay, that goes on there. Now we get our bolt. Put that in there. Okay. And we got one more bolt to go on the end here. Okay, so I got some of these little containers with miscellaneous bolts in it. Let's see if we can find one to fit. Too big. Oh, look at that. First time lucky. That fits right away. Wow, that's lucky. Look at that. It's not even forcing itself. When you've got the touch, you've got the touch, I guess, eh? That's so fluky, the first one. Okay. Okay, so we got this little spring that we took off. And that goes from here. Here over to there. Okay, we'll just take a little clean engine oil, pour into that. Okay. Work it through and then we'll just squeeze it out. Okay. Squeeze out the worst of it. Maybe a little more. Put a little oil in there. That. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll put it back in the housing, like so. Like that. Now this older mower doesn't have a low oil cutoff like a lot of the newer machines. A lot of the newer machines will have a little sensor in the sump. And when the oil level drops below a certain level, it won't allow the coil to fire. But we are going to check the oil level once we put it on the ground. And we have to top it up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we got fresh gas in it. Check the oil, tightened up some bolts, clean the air filter, and I think more importantly, we put this back in the bracket here. Look at that, first pull. See. Well, I think that's a working mower. Okay. $10 is certainly worth it for that one. So there's one of the $10 mowers apparently fixed. Let's move on to the second one. Okay, this one's a Craftsman. And what's it got? Briggs & Stratton 550 series, 158 cubic centimeter engine. Okay, muffler looks good. Uh-oh, this cable doesn't look good. Oh, look at that, it's been taped. I don't know. Huh. Okay, that came right off of my hands. So that's broken. So right off the bat, it's not going to be getting sparked properly. Look at that, somebody taped that. And okay, so the wheels on this one, not bad, a little wiggly. So yeah, that coil will probably, right off the bat, we have to figure that out. Primer bulb looks okay. Let's look in the fuel. And it's got a bit of gas in it. Doesn't smell old. Like you say, he did try it. He said he put gas in them and tried them and they wouldn't go, so we got the chute here. Air filter. Looks like there's been, I don't know, was it some welding maybe down here? I don't know what's happened here. And let's check the oil. And there's oil on the stick anyway. So, let's see if it pulls. Ah, it's got compression. Okay. And the cable here, let's take a look at this one. Oh yeah, this one's working. The cable's working there. Huh. Let's take a quick look underneath. Let's take a quick look under here. Oh yeah. Oh, the deck's not rusted out. The blade doesn't look too bad. Okay. Okay, so here's the second mower. And we know that the coil wire is broken off. The boot's completely broken off. You see right there. All right, so I'm gonna have to do that before we'll even know if it's gonna start. So let's get in there and change that coil if we can find a coil. Oh man, let me see. Let me check my pockets. Oh, I don't know if you're like me, but I got so much stuff in my pockets by the end of the day, I don't even know what's in there. So I'm just gonna clean my pockets out and see if I can find anything I can use to fix that mower. You know, I got so much stuff in my pockets by the end of the day. It's just, oh man, I'm so tired. I just never know if I'm gonna, out of there. In the back pocket. Back pocket, front pocket. How are you gonna find anything with all that in your pocket? I mean, is there anything in there that looks like it could be a coil for that mower? Oh, that might be it. That might be it. Let's look in here and see if that could be a coil. I thought I might have had one in my pocket somewhere. Look at that. I think that's a coil. Yeah. Hey, a new coil. Looks like it could fit that lawnmower. Let's try that. All right, so instead of having to order another coil, I came up with another solution that I think is going to work. Now this cable that was broken, it went into a, I can show you, it's like a resistor, I think. It's built in, and that was what was broken off. So I found this other boot, and this is part of the original cable here. This is the original coil. And that's part, it was plugged into, I'll show you. Let me get that resistor, I'll bring it out. There it is here. They sometimes incorporate these in spark plugs, the wiring, to reduce radio interference. And I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it could be. I can't see any other reason to have that in the line. But that was in the line here. And then the boot went off there, and that's the part that was broken off, was the boot. So you can see here, it's got a plug on it, and this was plugged onto there, right, like that, and then out to that other boot. So I found this other boot off another mower, and I just slid it back on here, and I'm going to leave that resistor out of there that's broken. We should be able to reuse this coil, and I've set it up in here, and so it looks like it's going to be long enough to go on the spark plug. So let's put this together and see if we can get this to go. Okay, I just put fresh gas in it. I checked the oil level, it's good. Let's try it. The coil's hooked up. The boot doesn't look great, but it is there. All right, let's see what happens. Anyway, that's how that's done. Pretty good deal, eh? 10 bucks. And 10 bucks for the other one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. And subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now. Okay, just a couple of things to finish up on this one. This handle was loose up and down. And so there's a bolt supposed to go through here, and you can clamp it, but that was missing on both sides. So what I did was I just drilled through here, and I put a bolt right through this bracket here, and that'll mean that it won't go to this setting. That's okay. It'll go to all the other settings. I did it the same on both sides. Normally there's supposed to be a little, like a half moon that sticks out here, and there's a bolt that goes through that hole. Anyway, that little piece of that half moon was broken off, so I just went up here and drilled it both sides. Okay, and that makes the handle nice and tight. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the oil in this thing. And this is the drain plug here. If you don't know, up underneath it's a 3/8. So you just use a 3/8 ratchet, just a square on it. I already have it loose. And we're just going to get that out. And then we'll just sit it down over the pan here and let it drain. Okay, so that should be it. Should be all drained out, yeah. There it is. There's the plug. Put it in there. And we'll just tighten it with a ratchet. Good. Okay. That's the oil that came out of it. Pretty nasty looking. Okay, so it should be straight 30 oil if you have it. But I don't have any straight 30, so I'm going to put 1030 in it. and it's about just over half a liter. It's 0.6 of a liter. Okay, so here's the final run after the fix. So what's the summary here? We've put bolts in here to tighten the handle. We fixed the end of the coil wire. We've cleaned out the tank and the carburetor. We've changed the oil. And we put a zip tie on here to hold the cable in this place. And yeah, let's give it a go.